Hi, welcome to Digital Assessment 101. My name is Richard Buckley. I'm a learning technology coach at Nottingham College. This is what the session is going to look at. So, digital assessment, we're going to look at 4 of the most common methods of digital assessment that are available. We're going to look at how they work and potential uses. So, why should we use them? As well as that, I'll offer some comment on how easy they are to use and set up. But before we move on to those, I think it's important just to have a conversation and look at how assessment fits in with curriculum and the education inspection framework. I'm going to look at that in 2 different ways. The first one is the implementation and the impact. So the how and the what and the why of the assessment. And then look at workload and learner contact. Potentially digital assessment can reduce the amount of time you spend on creating assessments, marking assessments and giving feedback. So your learner contact will sort of improve, get better. Your workload potentially could reduce. Assessment's key to learning. It's a big part of how we see our learners progress and their level of understanding of what we're putting across to them, what we're delivering within sessions. The phrase at the bottom of the screen comes from the education inspection framework. Students know and can do more. The main purpose of being on a course is to know more and be able to do more within the area that you're studying. And we use assessment as a way of checking this. What do we use assessment for? We're going to look at that in a little bit more detail now using this diagram to start with. Looking in terms of implementation and impact, so the 2 keywords from the education inspection framework. The diagram here can give us an idea of how and why it's used. So if we start at the top, are they ready? So are you ready for moving forward in the course? How do we know that? We can use assessment to check. The answer to this, are they ready, yes or no, then informs our teaching and learning. Do we need to go over stuff again? Do we need to practice things again? Or can we move on to the next step? The assessment can help learners connect the knowledge that they gain within different sessions, different modules. So that idea of use of assessment to inform teaching and learning is shown through this connection of knowledge, joining the dots of what they did in a session previously to what they're doing now and what they're going to be doing in the future. It's the big thing. There is a massive debate and a massive amount of research into the definition of learning. And one of the definitions is that knowledge has been transferred from short-term to long-term memory. So that idea of recall, people are able to tell you what they've learned, what they've done, how they're doing it. This is so it can be recalled after it's being shown. Implementation of assessment is led by the need to ensure all learners are ready. The impact of assessment is how well learners can recall and apply the knowledge. As mentioned in the opening, in the overview slide, digital assessment can make things easier in terms of setting up assessments and tracking the readiness of learners to move on. So that are they ready?